G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be doing a full ant room tour. Today, we'll be showing off our queens and colonies, so without further ado, let's get into the video. To start off, we have a queen that has been a secret for quite some time, Ecophylla samaradina, otherwise known as the weaver ant. She was laying lots of eggs that all turned into larvae, but unfortunately, she ate them all. Now we have our bull ants, the most fierce and dangerous ants in our collection. To start off with, we have our newest bull ant, the Myrmecia brevinota, or the giant red bull ant. This is a massive queen reaching 3 centimeters long. This queen has not started laying eggs yet, but she has moved into her test tube. Despite her giant size, she is the most skittish ant in our collection, sprinting back into her nest at the slightest hint of danger. Hence, she is running all around and not letting us film her. A cool fact is that brevinota are the largest bull ant species, and are also the largest ant species in Australia. This is a Myrmecia tarsata, otherwise known as the giant black wingless bull ant. Like the brevinota, she is very large, measuring to about 2.5 centimeters. Although, unlike her red counterpart, she is brave, and when she sees us, instead of running, she stares us down, almost as if starting us up. But these ants are very easily stressed. They are known as one of the hardest bull ants to keep. Although, this one has no brood, we have another one that has recently laid her first batch of eggs, so we won't disturb her for a while. Like both the other queens before this one, the Myrmecia nigroscarpa, or black-scaped bull ant, is extremely aggressive, charging out of her nest at the slightest disturbance, ready to neutralize anything that comes near. Like the rest of our bull ants, we have left our Myrmecia fulvipes, or the GTRL, gold-tailed red-legged, bull ant alone, not at all disturbed. So when we uncovered her test tube, we were pleasantly surprised by the fact that she had a medium-sized larvae. We quickly threw in a cricket leg, which the queen eagerly dragged in to feed her brood. And next up, we have Myrmecia nigrocincta, more commonly known as jumping jacks. They have become quite a large part of this channel, us raising several queens to get workers. This very colony was featured in our bull ant move video. From there, they've amassed good numbers, now sitting at 12 workers, and lots of crickets. They eat a lot, a cricket every day, sometimes even 2. The queen is a lot less active than she once was, only rarely venturing out, further than the vinyl tubing. The workers hunt in small mobs to take down the crickets. It is a very cool process to watch. Now we have our sugar ants, starting off with our giant ones, then covering the smaller ones. First up is our Camponotus terebrans, the brown-bearded sugar ant. Since you last saw them, they've been doing insanely well, with our biggest colony having 7 workers now. They are also the largest sugar ants in our collection. Now we have the terebrand's little sister, Camponotus nigroceps, or the black-headed sugar ant. The two are almost identical, but the nigroceps is a bit smaller, and the queens are a different colour, but nonetheless, still an incredible species to have. Now we have the smallest of the 3 orange sugar ants, the Camponotus consubrinus, more commonly known as the banded sugar ant. These ants grow extremely fast for their size. This next species is the Camponotus humilla, or the household sugar ant. They are very calm ants. They grow decently quickly and are not too small, which in my opinion makes them one of the best sugar ants for beginners. We've had this colony for a few years now. They've only just started to up their growth speed though, going from 6 workers to 9 in a very short time frame. We have our largest sugar ant colony. These are Camponotus aniopolosus, the golden-tailed sugar ant. We were actually gifted this colony by one of our good friends over at Street Cans, so go check them out. This colony has about 150 workers, and are very hungry, devouring any insect, sugar source, or fruit that is thrown in their outworld. They're a very cool colony. Thanks again to Stray Cats for letting us have these girls. This is one of my favourite species of sugar ant, Camponotus claripes, otherwise known as the pale-legged sugar ant. They are by far the smallest sugar ant in our collection, the queen only being about 1 centimetre. Now for our Polyrachus. They are some of the most beautiful ants in our collection. This is arguably the prettiest of the pretty, the Polyrachus rufifimur, or red-fired spiny ant. This queen currently has a good sized prylar brood and 1 worker. She is growing well, although this queen is extremely aggressive, charging out of her nest ready to spray acid on anyone or anything that comes near. These are Polyrachus vermiculosa, the golden-tailed spiny ant. This colony has 2 workers, one of which is in the outworld. They are a cool species to keep, with very cute nanitics. Not much else to say about them though. This queen is the Polyrachus virene, otherwise known as the grey spiny ant. These queens are quite rare compared to the golden counterparts. This individual was badly injured when we found her, crippled, missing legs and an antennae. On, we have our Polyrachus australis, the rattle ant. Now, this is a very cool species of spiny ant due to their arboreal weaver-like adaptation of spinning leaves together to construct leaf basket nests. We have a lot of plans for this colony when they get bigger. Our next queen is a Polyrachus daimali, or Daiml's spiny ant. This is another very pretty species, with their silver top and black body. She is quite large, at being about 1 centimetre long. She eats quite a lot compared to the other polys in our collection, but she is a very cool species to keep. Next up, we have our Polyrachus hookeri, or green spiny ant. She is another pretty poly, with her metallic green base, red legs, and a golden black abdomen. The interesting thing about them is that they have a very small colony, only consisting of about 500 workers, so it'll be very easy to house them in the future. Polyrachus mojobergi, or the tinted spiny ant. This ant hasn't properly moved into a test tube yet. Moving on, we have our small Polyrachus femerata, or broad-nosed spiny ant colony. They've not been featured on this channel before, as they were actually caught from the wild. When they were found, they had around 10 workers, but only 4 of them were caught. They were also caught with a male late. They are going really well, as the queen is laying lots of eggs. That will have to end it for today. This is part 1 of the room tour. Be sure to join the Discord, link is in the description.